Yeah, this English team is looking actually really coordinated on their play, and we are actually going to Granary, which could be a really big mess for Germany. Seeing the lack of coordination they showed on this game on Badlands, Granary being a much less forgiving map,
Yeah, I'd agree.
that could go really badly or really good if they can wipe England on each mid. It depends.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's hard to talk about the flanks, but I think Germany could make better use of it here. I think the England Ubers so far they've had a lot better Ubers, so Germany really needs to think about where they can take other kinds of advantages. And I think Bash
Raymond
and Sam can.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to point out that Raymond died 4 times
4
on 30 minutes.
Oh wow,
4 times.
that's incredible. That is so impressive. Massive props to Raymond there.
Yeah, that explains
wow.
the massive Uber differential, 16 Ubers to 12. But Badlands is not Granary. On Granary you can get destroyed pretty much easily on mid.
Yeah.
So if I was Germany here, I would put 2 soldiers with gunboats and make sure that Cages and Raymond don't live for more than 10 seconds on these middles.
Sure, yeah. I
But
mean,
I'm not Johnny.
I was kind of unimpressed with how much the Germans used their flank. I mean, they've got Bash, Sam, and Gear, who are all incredible individual players, but played a whole season where they won the championship with that roster. Looking at the logs, no one really stood out for them as like performing well, where the others let them down. So maybe they just need a map to warm up.
I think at this level anyway, all the players DM-wise are pretty much equal, apart from outliers like Mike. But the difference being the team play factor, the comms, and the decision making for the teams, and that may be why the English player are working so well, because like they are not so outclassed on the DM side, and they seem to have much more of an idea of what they are doing as a unit, thanks to countless nights of double mixing.
Yes, that
and
has
yeah,
helped.
it seems to work. Yeah, I really there is much more on logs. There is as well much more assists spread out on the English player. Sorry. So yeah, that just means that England are playing a tighter game, which is the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, especially if they're recognizing the strength of Bash, Sam, and Gear on the flank, then yeah, I mean, if they've opted to force the Germans to play their game, then like, well done to them. They don't have to play into the hands where they know the Germans are stronger. So yeah, it worked well for them. And just saying, we're not going live at the moment because apparently Cadus is away from keyboard, so he's just at spec at the moment. German's keen to go. As soon as he gets back, I'm sure we'll be on our way to the second map. Do you know what's happened in Lithuania, France, by the way? With your
they're on the second map, but I didn't manage to catch up the score for the first one yet. I'm gonna check on the logs.
Stream chat. Give us the answers.
I'm gonna get it. Don't worry.
Okay, it's a race. Who can beat Twiggy? It's just some weird hashtag chain going on in chat at the moment, so I'm not really sure. It's like one of those in jokes that you try and join in on, and you no idea what anyone's talking about.
They went to a golden cup, and France won the first map.
France won the first map. Wow, that must have been a pretty intense comeback.
Yep.
Lithuania initially had that lead 2-0. We left them when it was 2-1. And apparently Lithuania are now on their last on Granary, is what David's telling me from Ponyon stream.
Yep. And they won the golden cup.
Oh, it's a golden cap.
It was a golden cap. Yeah, they went back from
totally cool that was
from 1 to 2 in 5 minutes, and then
wow.
they went to the golden cap that lasted 6 minutes.
Really impressive work from the French there to bring it back.
Yep. But Huhi on the regular map went 25-6. doing 11k damage, only taking 4k for 4k 400, 5k 400.
I'm calling
which
baiting.
Is like
he's playing the
Oh,
Permzilla style of Demoman where he sits back.
It could have been baiting, but his team didn't die that much, so I guess that's
Yeah,
just
I was joking. I'm not
playing
seriously
out of
calling
his
him out.
mind.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
But
That's my problem when I played my baiting.
Do you know what the score is on Granary at the moment?
I don't know. I'm checking on Ponyon stream, but like there is
Ponyon,
no.
show us the scoreboard.
He has to press tab basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I can tell you that only 2 French players are alive at the moment on their middle, and they just respawn now. But that doesn't really give you the
well,
hints on the score. And Cages is still away.
If England win this 2-0, we can switch back to catch the end of the third map.
Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to the other server to check that. Okay, so if that starts,
I'll let you know, okay? And then I'll take this. If you give a radio commentary of what's happening over there, that'd be good. Look at this.
There's 2-2 there is 2-2 again.
It's 2-2 again. How long left?
2-2, 7 minutes left.
Wow. The
and
game
France
sounds so intense. Hopefully
middle.
we'll have something similar on Granary, as Cadis has actually joined the English team now. Bash still pushing, let's go. I'm not sure what he's got to be so busy about on a Thursday evening. Yeah, that's right. Don't know why, and I imagine people would be playing on Friday, but it's happened before. And now apparently it's Perm. They're waiting on Perm now. Bash, why are you so impatient? Perm time's out. Oh, poor Germany. They just want to get back into this game. I want them to get back into this game. It's better than the Logjam Cup we did a couple of days ago, where it's so long between games. But what do you think
about Logjam, by the way?
What do you Logjam? Oh, I love it.
I asked first.
Yeah, well, I played Logjam in double mixes for so long before I actually grew to the map it is now, kind of thing. And I really enjoyed it back then. I think it's got potential to be one of those maps that sticks around and not just be a one-season wonder, like so many of its predecessors filling that slot.
So you played all the previous mids that were engineered by Heist?
When it was just blank and like, yeah. Well, I played in like the early alpha versions kind of things. So we were my favourite one was like a massive arch over the middle, like a rock arch. If you imagine the B9 version that we casted in the Logjam Cup, where there's 2 rocks
there were an arch above it.
Yeah, they just make a whole arch across the map. It's really fun to play, but it's a bit backwards if you. Well, it's not very. I can imagine those at the top level can see it not being very good for whatever reasons in terms of instigating aggression or making space or any of those factors that people say why maps are bad for.
So what do you think about the B9 versus B10?
I haven't actually seen B10 to all my sins. Well, I'm glad we casted B9 because I would have had to download B10. Not that that's such a difficult thing, but it just made things more convenient and I knew the map a bit better.
Yeah.
Ips was saying that B10 actually encourages a lot more aggressive play, and when they played B9 they couldn't be as aggressive on mid, especially because TCM in that final would just sit back and they couldn't do the fast roll out, and you see Rising go really fast into the storeroom but couldn't really do much from there because he would have just been jumping into 3 players kind of thing. As Permzilla has joined the game again and Bash continually pushing for them to start the game, and hopefully we will do soon. Hopefully there's no more excuses for the Brits.
We are live!
And we are live, so welcome back everyone to the second map of this ETF2L Nations Cup semi-final between England and France. England took the first map, spoilers, you can see it in the top right anyway. And we are going to be moving on, that was on Badlands, we're going to be moving on to Granary now with the potential for a third map on Gullywash. But I'm Ali, with me is Twiggy, David on the camera. Twiggy, what are you seeing on middle?
I'm seeing a red Demoman trying to step his way on the crates and getting pressured on the left side, while so far no aggression. The Rising went up the kill on Perm, and it seems to go well for England so far. They have actually tanked all the German aggression, and Cube is in the danger of dying, and he does die to the rockets of Drak. And no Blub as the famous 1 health. trying to go for the hero
He got
vibes, but
nice
misses
drag
them.
onto Drac. Well, he got Drac again, which is quite impressive from where he was. But yeah, another middle for England, still quite closely contested. A pipe missed or a rocket hit in one side could have completely turned the tide of things. But England are going to come out again on top, as they so commonly did in the start of last game. Gear trying to make something happen then, but Cadus with a sticky in anticipation going to stop him doing anything. Bash is already on the sniper and Samsey on the heavy, going to try and stop them getting any, try and slow down England's push into this point so Cube can build up his Uber. He's already on 30%, but England just waiting with that 100%. Cadus is sat just around that corner, and he knows there's a sniper there, and War is just going to jump into the combined damage of that sniper and a rising spam. Scouts of England move through to try and pressure him out, then England are just going to take this point slowly, but they have to go now, as you say, because of that Uber.
Oh, they pop blindly on the door where no stickies were. That might be a bit of a mistake, but they do focus fire. This heavy Perm and Cage is synchronizing really well. And now Perm is actually delaying the pushback for Germany for so long. Blub could not help his team to hold his ground on front, and now that's a wipe. Really well played by Permzilla.
1-0 to England. But yeah, that was really closely contested again. Germany did such a good job at the start of kiting that Uber from England, but when they tried to come back up, they just got a bit too much caught in that door, and Cadus with a couple of stickies completely destroyed their entire team's health.
That's all on,
yeah, that was
that's all on
such a quick round.
That's all on Permzilla baiting the pipes for Blub. That's the worst feeling as a demo when we have to turn around to kill one scout because nobody is there to do it.
Yeah.
Instead of spamming down 4
players. It's not a demo man's job. But yeah, moving on to this next mode, we're going to see who's escaped the aggression. German jumping both their soldiers around that left side, going to force England back. And the counter jump comes out now from England. That soldier's going to get completely destroyed. Drac doesn't manage to get the frag, but both frags traded either side at the moment, with each with two players down. As the big aggression from Gear jumps across, gets Raven. Really nice work from him there. England have got a player advantage at the moment, but with no medic, they need to chase now and get something done. That soldier is all alone, and the arrow comes out from Cube, but are they chasing him?
Bestnose is going.
Cube is alone.
Bestnose is going for it.
Oh, the demo man's there though. He can't. Yeah, he can't chase from there. But yeah, really nice work from Germany there to keep their medic alive. So they're gonna have the Uber advantage for this next fight, as Gear did a really good job in getting Raymond down, and we're gonna see the Germans with the first advantage of the game.
They're actually making their way on the left side, also known as choke or spam box, onto this mid without getting too fast.
But the hiding soldier!
Oh, they get fast now, but they will get too far.
I think Drac was hiding up on that really high lamp and got the force down onto Cube. They're going to be able to take the middle of Germany, but they've only got 2 frags against England, so they're not going to really have enough to continue pushing it into the English yard. England sitting on now 70% Uber charge, so they're not going to be able to push straight away, and especially with 2 of their players down, they really need to be careful about losing anyone, because once you're down to 3, it becomes really difficult to hold against 6 players, even if you've got an Uber advantage. But Germany is opting to push anyway, despite the Uber disadvantage. They're moving into that left yard. They're going to lose 2 players already, including their medic. War came around with a really big flank. Germany were just looking at the English combo, but War made the big flank, and it's just 2 scouts left alive. England have just seen that scout trying to go for the back cap. Bash is going to go down. Just Samsey left alive, down to 4 HP, and it's going to be a wipe. With emphasis on the P, apparently. Good Uber by England.
And
unlucky by Germany.
Pardon? I was seeing a heavy in the forward spawn. I was
I think it was
but no, they went back.
Changing back.
Yep. And England are actually taking their time, which is the correct decision. There is no sniper on the field for Germany, no engineer, no nothing. I would say no hope if I was a bit mean, but that's not true. And War is actually playing the fat man on top with the Tomislav.
With the Tomislav.
We might see something fun. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be.
If you don't know what it does, maybe if you don't know what it does, but I'm sure everyone knows. It basically allows you to spin up your gun without making any noise, at the cost of some firepower. And the heavy is coming after the Uber now.
He's run all the way in, yeah. He ran all the way into the middle of the point without using it there. And Germans had to scatter, but they did a really good job of it. And they've definitely got a chance of holding this fight. They just need players to come out onto the point though. Blub's just spawned, but Bash and Gear are just picking up frags. Bash will eventually go down, but the German combo there, they're all German. Bash and Gear doing a really good job. The flank pulling through this time and forcing the rest of the England combo back. War survives on heavy and Raven survives on medic, so they're going to have that Uber advantage. But Germany could definitely look the point there if they didn't have such good DM in the final moments.
What he's doing war in the spawn? He's not changing. Yeah, he's changing back to soldier now. Okay, so yeah, England still has a chance to push, and it seems that Germany are wanting to not let that happen. Push back on Granary second, which is extremely dangerous to do. They managed to get them and drag by surprise and to maybe cap this point.
England
But Warrior is, yeah, they have the charge as well.
Yeah, they're just going to be walking through this right side, and they picked up 2 frags already, so that's going to be really important.
Okay,
they come through, War jumps through, they take down. There's a back cap though, there's a back cap, and there's nothing England can do about it. They're going to have to go all the way back here. Kay's doing some nice pipes to force off that soldier off his back, but Blood coming forward now with some really good pressure. It's going to be really hard for Cadus to get.
Nowhere shot. I'm disappointed. And England scores the round again. The back cap was actually I said nowhere shots from Leb on cases. The back cap, man, yeah. Fortunately for England, their combo was their flank was actually alive, so they could cap the point while Cages was still fighting on last with his medic, and the support came at the perfect time. And so far the Germans are going really fast on this mid. That gives Drag some opportunities to counter jump, and as it seems that Drag is waiting again for something to happen before going in. Goes in now.
Yeah, Rising did some big damage there, along with Gear pressuring back the English team. It's just the scouts and Demiman alive for England at the moment, trying to get something done. But Germany are doing really well here. They really need to clean up those scouts there and not let them get onto Cube, but they're doing such a good job. Really good defense work there by Blub and Rising, especially Samsy too. And yeah, it's going to be Germany taking the initiative, taking the first middle. This must be their first middle, right?
Yes,
their first middle?
It is.
Well, it took them, I think, a lot longer in Badlands to win their first middle. So this is good work by them, getting into their rhythm earlier in the game.
Yeah, and on a side note, we have a golden cap again on Lithuania versus France.
Oh wow! I'm currently watching War. It's close forward now, trying to come into that Uber, and he drops Cube. War just gets juggled completely by the stickies of Blood into Cube's face, and Cube did not expect it. Gets a really nice pick there from War. It's going to sway the massive advantage Germany had completely in England's favour. Kate's going to pick up Gear, trying to walk through that, and Blood trying to come forward a bit too much as well.
There's a soldier
nothing the Germans can do. They're going to lose. War is the only player that went down from England there, as England just pick up 4 frags. That was, I would say, lucky for War, but he did so well in the situation he was put in.
Yeah, indeed, and then a really good reaction by England again to team up around their med, making sure that nobody can reach him. And Gear is actually trying to go behind on the middle to contest Butnos, but there is Warrior as well. And Gear is actually playing a 2v1 on the ground without a shotgun. Gets destroyed on the mid while the Uber gets popped by Raymond, and pretty much everyone dies. That's a shame.
Yeah, they're pushing forward onto this last hit. Drax already on last for England, trying to make the space for his team. He's going to get onto that point, going to be shooting at that soldier. Nice air shot from Drax. Drops that soldier completely. He's going to dominate that point as the rest of his boys come in. But big play from Drax there. But England are just steamrolling this Granary map so far.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
It really shows the teamwork that English players are putting in so far. Will they change something on the mid, because it wasn't that successful last time? Yeah, that's only that's the only way I can think of for Germany to combat like really big mid fights and wipes. Rising is doing a big bump onto the enemy catwalk, but he can't manage to find Raymond, who is really well protected by at least 3 players. And Germany is getting destroyed again.
This is it's still quite even though, because they're going to lose the middle, but they've kept their medic alive, so we're going to see a much closer fight on second, I think, because the Germans are going to get the better. Oh, it's going to be actually quite even spawn, so they're going to be 4 players alive, both teams with more players spawning in 3 seconds. So we're going to see a fight on second, I'm pretty sure. Cube hitting his Zebra now. Raymond already has his. So we're going to see how this fight pans out. War's already into yard, but it's going to be really hard for them to push into this Uber if Germany play it right.
Indeed. But they don't need to hurry up. There's still plenty of time. As of 20 minutes left. and England are leading, so they just need to buff their flank and make a play on Lunchbox, get a pick on Gear on Bash, and that can open things up for them. They're actually doing the clever thing. They keep Cadus and one scout watching the right side. Actually, only Cadus watching the door, and they put everyone else on the left side trying to flood into Lunchbox, and that works as Gear goes down to an infamous 22-second spawn queue. Oh, that's huge.
That is
And
massive.
are triggered now.
And they're going to come through this top area, England, with 2 soldiers, going to keep them both alive. So that is going to be in Germany with just 1 soldier. They're going to have a much better route. There's still that soldier on top behind. He must get cleaned up. He's just staying alive for so long here. Drak eventually goes down, but in the meantime, Wars picked up 2 frags. Bash and Blub gone down. England with a much better player advantage right now. Both teams are so far off Uber that we're surely just going to see a non-Uber fight coming in. England coming in this left side with their combo coming in the right side as well. They're going to sandwich Gear, who tries to get some early aggression down, and England are just playing it with such coordination here. Germany going to pull something special out of the bag if they want to hold here, but there's already a scout on last. He's got the point so far capped. Blub's going to spawn, so we're going to see a really closer fight here, and England might actually have to back out. That's really nice from the Germans to hold there.
They do.
You get Cadus as well, but the England scout is Dylan. He
But
takes
the
down
scouts,
Blub.
but
With
no,
his buttons,
Cube.
Dylan, can he get? Oh, he can't get onto Cube juked that hole, but juked that whole affair, but really impressive to get the counter pick onto
He was
Blub.
on top.
Cadus went down.
Oh, really well played by Gear and Bash. Gear went on top to get focused by the heavy, while Bash was going on the floor to plus forward him. And he actually got the force as well onto
gonna be a
Raymond
bad
and
Uber.
Warrior as
Wow,
to
Cube.
get the force.
Cube instantly popped there. He was on 115 HP and he just had 1 soldier on it, but yeah, it always can be
And now
difficult there.
Cadus is alive, and
Especially when
they
it's dropped.
they can
No more
defend
sort of
second.
stickies. Cadus gets the sticky trap, gets 2 kills with the sticky trap, and gets the 3rd. Cadus still going. He's got 4. That's a 4k from Cadus in about as many seconds. Scouts are just going to follow through, denying Cadus the 5 or 6 man. Cadus just misses out from the other frag as well. Scouts going to clean that up, but that was all Cadus at the end there.
To play TF2 on simple steps, all you have to do is get a bad Uber, then force them, and then trick them into pushing into you. And
You heard it here first, guys.
90% of the times a team is fucking up at this stage, and then you can just grab the easy frags and push back in.
Well, that strategy definitely seems
Really
to be
well
working
played by
for England at the moment. Yeah, we're going to see Germans need to pull something out of the bag. They've done quite well on these past few minutes. The last one was really even. We're going to look and see who's going to try and instigate the big plays here. Drak makes a jumps up. He's onto the medic, but he's going to get completely swarmed by Germans. He's going to go down, and it's 2 for 1 in favour of the Germans at the moment. It's going to go back to 2 for 2. England are completely over their point though. Germany have the uber advantage, but they just don't have the play situation. Whoa, was he trying to get onto
Cube is
down to
Cube is landing
10
the
HP
perfect
there.
surf, yeah. I think he would have died to full damage if he hadn't landed on the edge of the box.
Oh, I
But
didn't see that.
KD is again doing a lot of work on the ramp from triggering the charge from Cuba. And Germany are now 2 down without a demo man. Wow! That leaves the floodgates wide open for England to swarm onto that second point, and are going on the left. Bash might not find this encounter really pleasant,
Soldiers
but
wrap round.
Gear is on Raymond, yeah.
Yeah, it was so close there. Really unlucky by Gear. He jumped up top just as England came in, and no one saw him, and he got onto Raymond just a bit too slow, and Raymond caught the actual damage from his rocket and surfed out of harm's way. And England just going to push in. They know both teams aren't close enough to their Uber yet for it to be a major factor. Both teams still about 5 or 10 seconds off, but they're just moving in the side here. England, there's so much pressure onto the medic, but Raymond goes down, and suddenly Germans are in complete favour here. Cube's still on 130 health. There's so much pressure going on to Cube at the moment. Can he juke it? The soldier spawn comes in. Cube is still alive, 96 HP. And Gear is going to come and pick up 2 frags to clean up. That was such a close hold.
Yep. But Cages and Raymond are the first to spawn, and I'm sure Cages will have something to say about Germany capping this point. And look at what Gear is doing. He's going all the way on the right side to block the right yard to make sure that the spawners can't get a clean entry. And Buttons is sniping. What is this?
Yeah, oh, brilliant by
triggered.
Raymond. Oh, and Cadus blocks him in the air. Raymond, oh, that was so good. I was so impressed with Raymond's dodging there. He caught the surf out of harm's way and almost managed to survive it all. Cadus was such good there trying to protect his medic, but in the end Raymond goes down and Cadus is going to be forced to evacuate the situation with the rest of his team. Meanwhile, Cube is on a 40% advantage. They've got all their players alive besides Gear, who got that force. Cadus hiding in ramp room at the moment trying to get a trap, but Blub has noticed him. and Germans are just gonna, I think, wait for their Uber and take a slow push to middle.
Yep. Actually, that was really well played by Germans as well to avoid all the trap by. Oh, the body shot is landed again.
He's hiding just around the corner. No one spots him, and he gets the body shot instantly onto Cube. And England can definitely push back into this point now. Will they wait for their? The big question.
Has any English snipers landed a headshot on these two maps yet?
Just Perm going for body shots, and then Butler's got another body shot there. Actually, I think you must be right.
I'm not so sure. Yeah.
Just to cool out the Brits, why not?
I have side notes as the first finalist of the Nations Cup has been determined. It will be France winning the Golden Cup again against Lithuania. Congratulations to the Frenchies.
Commiserations Lithuania though, giving the French 2 golden caps is really impressive. We see a soldier jump around, rising, trying to get onto Raymond. Raymond, oh, I thought he was lower then. He survived on 100 HP. Congratulations to France. We're going to see who they go up against. Germans need to do something in the next 13 minutes. They will. When I say something, they need to cap 4 more rounds to level up this game at the moment. Because it's certainly in England's favour.
Trying to force. Raymond is dodging all the stickies there.
The Uber is surely going to come out here. Cadis is forward. Cadis jumps forward. He's going to get taken down. Or he's going to get launched away in the air. The fight is going on all over this last point at the moment. Rising is going to pick up onto War, and the German scout and soldier is just too far in at the moment. And Gear's going to go down, but Germany's just getting more frags here at the moment. It's just 2 players left. Raven and Butner is left alive. Butner's trying to stay in chase, but that is definitely the worst, the poor decision. But Cadis is there. Can he keep him alive? He gets a pipe, he gets 2 pipes. Nice work from Rising to clean up Raymond. That could have been close. Then Cadis can get a force. But Cadis is surely going to get chased down here. But Sam is taking so long to kill Permzilla that I don't think he's actually going to get frag. I think that was a good situation for Germany.
Warrior Cube. Bye bye Cube. Warrior went from the forward spawn into like Z and went behind the point. Cube that was standing on the yard destroyed him as we have a crits on the field.
Yeah, Raymond just getting in there though. So Gear tries to get in on Drak, but Drak is too good. Hits a headshot. Blub is in now too, but Drak is once more on him. Cadis is gonna back his pal Drak up and get the frag onto Blub just at the end there. And England with the Uber advantage, with the player advantage, are surely gonna push on to second.
Yeah, that seems really grim for the Germans, as they have nobody on middle box to make a play at the moment. No off classes so far, their demo and just respawned. And yeah, they have to hold for their lives on this tournament basically. Do they know
yeah, it's going to be really hard for them. I'm surprised we're not seeing anything like a sniper at the moment, just to try and make the big difference. And they're surely going to go straight for the medic here, England. Cube's on 40%. It's the crits. Can he hit Cube? Where is Cube? Can he get the frag? He's chasing him. He eventually gets him. Nice play there. Picks up Bash at the same time as well. They lose Raymond, but this is going to be a straight GM fight therefore. We're going to see who can put out the big shots. Ryan takes down Permzilla, but it's 3-2 in favour of England at the moment. Just 2 Gems left alive, 1 left alive. The cap is going to go. GG. England take the second up 5-0. England will advance to face France in the ETF2L Nations Cup final. Twiggy, what do you think of that? Our 2 nations are going to face off.
Okay, oh yeah, that's a remake from I would say medieval wars that determine the reigning country.
That's good historical.
Expect lots of dumb jokes on the TFTV post announcing the finals. But yeah, I'm really surprised and happily pleased by the amount of teamwork that is shown by the English players. Cage is obviously carrying his team, but he's only shining because his teammates are allowing him to. As once again, 3 blue players are topping up the damage stats on the logs. Cage is playing the big 29 kills to 7 dead, and 9k damage, and only 4k 400 damage taken, which is actually a huge performance. And behind this, the English soldiers pair is following with 5k 500 damage for each. Then we have Gear with 5k and 300 damage, but he died 20 times for 14 kills only. And
Yep.
we have a guest.
Welcome, Cadus.
Hello,
Congratulations.
Hi, thanks.
Did it go as you planned or expected?
Yo.
I didn't really plan or expect
Hello, sir.
anything. I haven't really followed what's going on with Nations teams because I've not really been playing the game that much lately.
I don't believe you. I think you've been secretly DMing. You hit 470 damage per minute, got 30 frags in that last map in just 20 minutes.
Well, I don't know how that happened.
Welcome to Samsy 2.
Hello.
Yeah, just the Cadus, do you know who you're going to be facing in the final?
I don't even know if I'm going to be facing anyone in the final.
Your nation as a whole, as a collective?
I would assume it's France, but...
It is France indeed, but 2 golden cat maps on the way.
Well,
Lithuanians giving them a good game.
Maybe you should have casted that one.
Beginning to think that, right?
If only there was like a poll that would let you decide the best game to cast.
If only people had foresight when they voted in that poll, indeed. But yeah, so...
I think they were happy to see this game. Anyway,
yeah, I think this game had a lot of close moments and a lot of air shots actually, and some really big plays from both teams. So, first off, congratulations on that respect. But yeah, to both of you, how do you think the game went? Was it worse than you expected? What went wrong? What went good? Kind of thing. Start off with Cadus.
I don't really know, to be honest. Like, we just won the fights. My insight isn't really that good because, like, I don't know, like, these guys have played while I've been taking a break and stuff, and I just came today because Stark wasn't playing. Stark wasn't able to play because of lag. So, I don't know. I get the impression we had no strats, and we just kind of went in and we just so happened to win most of the mids, which makes the rest of the game pretty easy. Like, when you're playing teams that don't have, like, you know, the 4 nights a week coordination, when you just happen to win all the mids, it makes it very hard for them. Because they don't have these like strict ways of holding points and things like this.
Sure. I mean, obviously you knew what it would be like to play against Bash, Sam and Gear, especially, but how was Blub, your opposite demo man member?
I don't know. I don't know him. Like he, I don't know. It was maybe not their strongest player, but I don't know. He didn't do anything like. I didn't really notice him dying like that much, like in bad situations. At least not like that much. But they did fine. Like I'm not sure.
On the,
Like,
on the subject of dying, do you know how many deaths Raymond had in the first map?
No.
Just 4 across half an hour.
Really, only 4. I felt like he was dead all the time.
Maybe he just wasn't healing you.
That's
Oh,
why
no.
you are shouting medic all the time.
He doesn't know how to milk cougars, so he just pops them straight away. Never has to die.
Sure, anyway, switching over, Samsy.
Yeah.
Commiserations. Was it as tough as you expected, or?
Well, based on our warm-up we had today, I kinda expected to get on, to be honest. Like, we struggled really hard against Ever's team in the warm-up. I think we won both maps eventually, but it was like way too close for comfort, so I was already like, before the game, I was like really in the mood that we were probably gonna lose, and it just proved me right. And I was like, we could never get anything going in our combo. Like, whenever we Ubered, we would just lose 6 and achieve nothing and stuff like that, or I don't know, it was just poor play on all sides. Like, there was like no point in the game where I felt we could have come back, to be honest. Not on Badlands, not on Granary, it was just, yeah.
The last 5 minutes of Badlands, I felt like you were kind of getting into it more. I was honestly expecting a tougher Granary game than we got on Badlands. Just
I don't
these
know,
last
like,
5 minutes.
it was like just some lucky coincidences or something, but there was really no like plan or strategy involved to get us back in the game or something. We just run with our heads against the wall over and over again, and yeah, you could see that in the score as well.
Yeah, I mean, especially on Badlands, toward the end of you guys started winning you guys won, I think, the last 3 or so mids of the game, but just at the start, it was, I think, all England on the mids, especially.
Yeah, like there was like we kind of knew what was gonna happen on middles beforehand. Like, obviously Cadus would be fast and do like a lot of damage, walk over point and stuff like that, and we kind of also expected like both scouts hugging their train, and that was pretty much what happened for the first middles, but like we never even tried to adapt to it. Like, we just kept running in and getting destroyed on one end. So yeah, as I said, like, I didn't expect to get back into the map at any point. Like, we just got outplayed on every front.
Yeah, it didn't seem like you were getting completely destroyed. It was just every fight seemed to ended up going
Heavily
against you.
in the other team's favor. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, question from TurboTabs in the chat for you, Samsy.
Yeah.
The final is going to be England-France. Who do you want to win, / who do you predict will win, and why?
Well, I haven't played France at all, so I can't really comment on their skill or performance, but I guess England will take it if they play with the same kind of lineup they had today.
Would you bring Stark back in to go on Soldier and put War in demo, or would you keep it as it is?
I don't know really. Like, I think War is a good demo, but so is Cadus, and I think Stark is a really good soldier, and so is War. Like, I don't think that will be like the big difference in the end.
Yeah, sure. I mean, on the first map, War, I think it 33 frags to about 15 there, just completely destroyed.
Yeah, like their combo just completely shut on us, like in every Uber exchange and every push. Like, as I said, there was like nothing we could do at any point in time.
But okay then, back to Cadus. Question from the chat: who would you have rather have faced, Lithuania or France? Because I mean, Lithuania have been turning it on massively, and in the first map they were 2-0 up before we left to cast you guys. So,
I don't know really. It would have been interesting to play Lithuania, because you wouldn't really have expected them to be anywhere near the final, going into the start of the Nations Cup. But I don't know. I've not really seen these teams play, to be honest. So I would have watched the game tonight if I wasn't playing another one. But I don't know. Both would have been pretty cool to play, to be honest. I'm not sure what is the actual French team's roster, because
they had the whole trouble with the fact that a lot of their players couldn't play today. So today they played with the roster. Twiggy can help me out here, but on Scout they had Flippy and Nico.
They have that Flippy and Nico, which were the same from their previous match when they won against Sweden. But they had Hidan in the place of Exxon in the demo man, and that might have been a bigger change than expected for the Frenchies, or that was just that Huhi was playing really good.
Yeah, I think I probably would. I would like to see or play in England versus France in the final, just because I think if the French could get all their best players on, it will make for the best spectacle. But I don't know, Lithuania would have been interesting. It would have been a nice underdog story.
Definitely. I mean, I can't remember them getting this far in a Nations Cup previous.
I literally have never seen them do anything. Even when Extremer was around, they didn't really scratch the surface.
Who needs Extremer when you have Huey TF2?
Oh god, please.
Absolutely.
Anyway, moving away from Nations Cup, actually, got a question for you, Cadus, directly saying what's happening with you. Obviously, you haven't been playing for the last few weeks, you said yourself, but are you staying in TF2, playing the next season, taking a short break, lower divs, one of those people, or what?
I'm taking a break at the moment. It's kind of been forced on me due to this medical condition I have with my hands. I didn't play at all for a couple of weeks, and now I'm just kind of dropping in for the occasional double mix and testing the waters with my hands. But I'll be back as soon as I can be. Basically, I'll be playing this season if it was up to me. I kind of hope that maybe sometime 2-3 weeks I'll start kind of sniffing around, see if anyone wants to cut their demo. But hopefully I'll be able to play some part in this season. But otherwise, I'm pretty sure I'll be ready for season 20, but if I can find something halfway through this season, that'll be good too.
But otherwise, who do you think will win this season then?
I don't know, honestly. What they called main call.tf, you have to kind of assume it would be them, but it really depends. I think if the French team, whatever their name is now, they've changed it 4 times since I looked.
Le Berrichon de Chateau.
Le Berrichon, yeah. If they really if they try, they could win. But I think they're not going to try that hard, so I'd still expect main call. But I don't know, I know that it's I'm not going to read too much into this Logjam Cup, but watching that,
yeah, sure,
there was some obvious cracks, kind of I don't know. I don't want to I don't want to get too real talky on it, but there was some of these issues that I expected to cropping up in this team, and I think it's in their hands to win it, but they have to fix these mentality issues at times. But
leads on to you, Sam. Same kind of question. How did you feel about the Logjam Cup? Because obviously you guys were formed as the big super team from.
Yeah, was a fun experience. I think we could have done better in the final, but I think that was said after the cup anyways in the interview, so not much said really.
You need more Germans.
No, I think we have enough Germans in this team. I don't know, like, I think we just need more cohesion and like Ips and Middle have to get their shit together. So yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. Other than that, I don't see any problems for us this season, to be honest. And then like it's obviously just based on like PCW results, but
Yeah, sure.
we haven't lost a single map so far. We pretty much played every team. So, don't know.
Do you know if the cup is going on this Sunday actually?
Invitational.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Okay,
about it?
so plug that, everyone. I think this Sunday we're going to see another of the Twitch TV Invitational, so you can see how Europe is shaping up post LAN. You're going to see Sam with maincore.tf, the new EU super team in action. Just giving you a reputation to live up to right now. So
It's fine. We're gonna win it.
yeah, they're going to win it. So that's going to be going on. We just saw England beat Germany in 2-0, and joining us also, I think soon we're going to have representatives from both Lithuania and France joining us. I think Nuki is here, as well as Flippy going to be joining us soon. So Twiggy, you can more so lead that, given it's more your zone kind of thing. But
Yep.
But thanks to Sam and thanks to Cadus. Have you guys got any shout outs before we kind of switch over to the other game, or
Yeah, shout out to Redchuck. That's it.
why do you always shout out to Retchok out of interest?
Because he's my bro.
Good reason.
Your team
Yeah.
is also a good shout out.
I see them every day, pretty much, so they don't need a shout out.
Fair enough. Cadus.
Shout out to T-Mac for saving this season.
Just about round
You
things up.
heard it first here, guys.
Alright, yeah. Alright, Exxon to be cut. Cadus to play for the French team.
I'm already practicing
Practicing your
French,
French
maybe?
or practicing your demo?
my French.
Okay, cool. Well, alright, cheers guys. Just welcomed into the Mumble. We've now got Huey and Nuki from Lithuania and Flippy from France. So if Twiggy, you want to lead that kind of interview, probably don't start speaking French to Flippy because all our stream viewers might not be able to understand. But yeah,
No worries. Oh yeah, so congratulations to both teams that played. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a second stream up, but I got told that the games were really tense and really interesting. Can you wrap it up for us, giving up a quick resume of what happened on these two close maps?
Well, close actually. It was Summit, really close.
Two Golden Cups, we can already say it was intense, so
Yeah, really intense and really close match.
back and forth. And it was fun. Never, like it was one of the better matches.
I think we left you guys when it was 2-0 to Lithuania on Gully Wash, and then we heard that by the time we were sort of 10 minutes into our map, you'd sort of going into a golden cap.
Yeah, that's true.
And huge shoutouts to Ponion as well for having covered the match in French. So you might be able to find the VODs on his channel, which is Luzu et Pognon on YouTube. So hopefully you will be able to see what you missed.
I'm going to go out there and guess that's T-Mac just joined us.
Sup?
Welcome, T-Mac. Congratulations on your win. We've also got
Thanks.
Nuki, Huey, and Flippy here. So I hope David's got an overlay, so you can be. If you don't quite get the accents as you probably other people do with Brits as well, you can check that out to understand. But yeah, we just asked the other guys for a bit of a wrap up of the map, because obviously we left you guys partway through Gully Wash, and then we heard you ended up being on two golden caps. But I mean, how was that for you, T-Mac? Because it seemed like a really close game.
Yeah, actually we didn't expect such a close game. We knew that Hui would be able to lead to good team play or something, but a good lead of the team. But yeah, we didn't expect so much trouble, because on the sheet Sweden are better than Lietuva. How do we say it in English? Lithuania.
I think.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm pretty surprised they played very well, and this must be because I don't know some of their players, but yeah, they're definitely playing really good.
How did you adjust for not having Exxon for this game and having to replace him for Hidan?
Uh,
Two
yeah,
It's basically a question of skills. Well, Exxon is really aggressive, so we can adjust our game style, gameplay, I'd like to say, with our team. And the fact is that Tidan is a more defensive demo man, but he's still a pretty great one. So it wasn't really hard to fit him in our like the net, no, not the net. Like the how to say the noyau Twiggy.
On the core of the team, you mean?
Ouais, voilà. So it wasn't really hard to fit, really.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that you could find a replacement on time for the mighty French Romanian demo man. Shoutouts to him as well. I don't know what he's doing at the moment, but whatever.
Getting drunk, I guess.
He should be high and drunk at the moment.
Nothing too different from every day, most likely. Yeah, and,
regular guy.
and what do you expect on the finals? Now that you know that you are gonna face the famous English team, you might not know, but they actually beat German in a very convincing fashion. So yeah, they won 5-0 on Granary, and they won like, I don't remember, 5-1 on Badlands, I think,
Yeah.
against Germany. How do you feel before going into that game?
Yeah, just to return the question, actually, we asked the same question to Samzi and Cadus, but for you guys, who would you have preferred to face in the final, Germany or England?
Like the others, I guess. I mean, like the other matches that we had before. For myself, I wasn't expecting to win against Sweden, and we had a pretty great surprise after all. And yeah, we didn't expect that much from the Lithuanian, and they proved that they were really strong. We are a really strong team, so I guess it will be the same for England. We don't really know what to expect, and we will see.
YOLO is the keyword here. Do you have any more questions for Lithuania, maybe, Ali?
I'm not sure really.
Maybe we can ask. Maybe we can ask
Yeah.
Yuhi. I got told that your team actually practiced to forward to these nation cups. Can you tell us more about how the practice went and what, if you expected to put that much of a challenge against France on this match?
Well, surprisingly enough, we didn't practice at all.
Yeah.
you didn't?
No,
Zero
we had one PCW before our first official against Iceland, and that was like a quick roll for us. That was our like only one PCW that we ever played in this cup.
I got lied by someone before the game.
No, we literally didn't like have any PCWs. We just showed up to the officials and
Playing
One.
video games.
yeah, which is really surprising because our players aren't very experienced, especially considering the fact that we won against Norway, Russia, and Finland. That's like really good for us, and it's gonna give a confidence boost for the next Nations Cup.
Yeah, we are looking forward to that. And as we mentioned before, yeah, the retirement from some of the Prem players is actually leaving room for you and for some of you rising stars to rise on the Prem scene. So that's really good, and I really hope to see more of you in the future, both in Nations Cup and in the regular season. And yeah, that brings me to my next question to the Frenchies. You recently went back to your team, l'Aberration de Châteauroux. Do you expect to win this div, to win this Prem season, or are you gonna go easy on it?
Both, because we want to make something, but with the people being in school and all that stuff, we can't really play it that much. 2 days a week would be really cool, but it's gonna be really hard, I think. But we'll show up for officials. We'll PC at least one time a week, and yeah, we'll try to make something.
And does the legend himself, Captain Axe, is gonna be playing again with you?
No, he's not a
Okay.
legend.
Shots fired again against Captain Axe. That was actually
No,
free.
we love him, but now we are already full. Or if he wants to play, maybe we can offer him a backup spot. But
I'm pretty sure that he doesn't want to play.
yeah, a lot of work to do.
Yeah, he got his
Busy
work,
man.
he got his life now. So, a houseman guy.
Alright, this seems to have gone a bit sideways a bit. So, I guess we'll say that we hopefully might cast that game again. I know occasionally we do the recast of things, but it definitely sounds like a game that we should recast and maybe get a French and a Lithuanian in to cover that. That seems like it would be a pretty fun idea. But we should probably start wrapping this up for David's sake, who's been streaming for so long. So congrats to you guys, and thank you for coming to Mumble. I'm not sure in the past have they occasionally done like third place games. I think another game with Lithuania would be really interesting, because I don't think a Lithuanian team has ever got this far in a competition, have you?
That's right.
Yeah, it's really impressive, especially with Extrema having in the past been the best Lithuanian player and now not even being around. It's really impressive.
Props to you guys. Really showing that TF2 is still alive.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, for the sake of Lithuania, you're hosting InfoShow LAN as well now, so you guys are really kicking it into the TF2 scene. But
No,
is it going to last, do you reckon? Are you guys going to be around to play next Nations Cup?
Most likely.
Well, I mean, as long as the scouts stay, like Nighthawk and Starsky, I think we're gonna be fine. Like, the only issue we have is our Soders.
Demo man, yeah.
Because fuck you. Because like we had a scout playing roamer, and yeah, it's like playing against, let's say France with two good Soders. It's really hard because they outplay us simply because our Soder is a scout and he doesn't have the same game sense as their Soders do. So yeah, so maybe hopefully after like a year, there will be some upcoming Lithuanian Soders who I could pick up and win the Nations Cup.
Sounds good. I'm sure we'll see France in future Nations Cup, as well as sometime next week or the week after, depending on when the ETF2L admins schedule a game for. We'll see France play against England, hopefully with their fully heightened roster, but hopefully enough of a roster that will give as good a game as they played against Lithuania tonight. Have you guys got any shout-outs before we cut the stream?
Captain Axe, GLP, and Exxon.
Yeah, Lithuania for the good game, because it was really intense, so props to them.
Yeah,
cool.
Thanks to France as well.
Yeah,
and
go ahead.
Team Lithuania, of course, especially our scouts carrying the games. They're the best. That's it.
Alright, so Twiggy, you got any shoutouts?
I got shoutouts to Scatmo, and shoutouts to Pineapple Wolf for making it happen again with his broken hip. And shoutouts to David for streaming for I think that's more than 2 hours now.
Yeah, I think
can I say one more thing?
Yep.
You can.
Don't forget to show up at the Beta LAN if you can in October. Or if you can't attend that one, then there might be another LAN in 2015 in April or so.
If there's an April LAN, I'll come. I promise.
Yeah.
But for people thinking about whether they should go to October, I went with.
Is TFTV coming to that LAN to make production happen?
Yeah. I think that Marble is coming.
Okay, I might come as well then.
Well, like for people who are wondering about it, I went in this April and I had a really good time, and everything's really cheap and cheerful, and the food is really good, especially the pizza place. Is it in the same place?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there's a really good pizza place around there.
As well. Forgot to mention about the alcohol, Ali.
Just we can talk about it after Twiggy. It's cool.
Okay.
All right. Well.
It's time to
wrap this thing up. Shout outs to
AO
Girl. Thanks for everyone who came into the interviews, and Germany, England, Lithuania and France for giving us some really good games tonight. Shout outs to Twiggy for casting with me, and David for streaming once again. You've been watching Team Fortress TV, ETF2L 5th Nations Cup. I think the final will be sometime next week, but keep your eyes peeled on Team Fortress TV for more info. And yeah, that'll be us. Peace.